The story begins in the heart of a breathtaking, sun-drenched villa tucked away in the quiet hills. The air was still and peaceful as the first light of dawn touched the stone walls of the house. Inside, the atmosphere was warm and inviting. One bright morning, Ava and Rania quietly walked into Layla's master bedroom. They had spent the night there after a long evening of laughter, and the soft rhythm of the morning felt like a gift.
Good morning, sleepyhead.
Ava said with a gentle smile, leaning against the marble vanity.
Did you sleep well?
Rania asked, joining them. Layla nodded, her eyes bright with excitement for the day ahead.
The best sleep I've had in weeks. This room feels like a dream.
They sat together on the edge of the bed for a long time, talking about their dreams and the adventures they wanted to have. They weren't in a rush. In a villa like this, time seemed to slow down. Eventually, the three friends moved to the bathroom to prepare for the day. This was no ordinary bathroom, it was a sanctuary of marble, gold, and glass. As the hot water ran, a light steam began to fill the air, smelling of expensive soaps and lavender. Rania stood before the massive mirror, carefully choosing a pair of gold earrings that caught the light. Layla focused on her morning skincare, using a soft cotton pad to apply toner to her glowing skin. Ava stood at the double vanity, washing her hands and enjoying the cool feel of the marble under her fingers. They headed down to the kitchen, which was modern, spacious, and filled with the scent of fresh coffee. Layla took her time preparing the brew, the sound of the espresso machine the only noise in the quiet house. They stood by the white marble island, sipping their first cups of the day and watching the garden wake up through the floor-to-ceiling windows. But the real magic happened on the balcony. They moved outside to a dining table that looked like something out of a magazine. Below them, the villa garden was a sea of green, and in the distance, a small, ancient town sat nestled in the rolling hills under a hazy blue sky. The spread was magnificent. Warm, flaky croissants and pancakes topped with blueberries. A silver teapot filled with fragrant Earl Grey. Freshly squeezed orange juice and bowls of seasonal fruit. They ate slowly, enjoying the cool morning breeze and the sound of birds in the trees. After breakfast, they put on their slippers and took a long walk through the villa garden. They wandered past manicured hedges, blooming hydrangeas, and orange trees heavy with fruit. It was a moment of pure peace before the excitement of the city. By midday, it was time to transform. They entered the dressing room, a place where fashion came to life. Rows of designer handbags sat on glowing shelves, and wardrobes were filled with silk, chiffon, and fine wool. The friends helped each other choose the perfect look. There was a lot of laughter as they tried on different shoes and held up jewelry to the light. Layla chose a sophisticated look, a rich brown leather skirt paired with a sleek, camel-colored top. Rania went for a bold, classic style, a vibrant red blouse and a high-waisted black skirt. Ava picked a soft, romantic pink dress with elegant puffed sleeves. Once they were ready, they walked out of the villa into the bright afternoon sun. A black Range Rover sat waiting in the driveway, its polished surface reflecting the palm trees. They climbed inside, the leather seats cool and comfortable, and drove toward the city. The shopping mall was a palace of glass and light. They walked across the white marble floors, their heels clicking softly. They visited exclusive boutiques, touching the soft fabrics of new collections. In the jewelry store, they stood mesmerized by a display of diamonds and gold. After hours of browsing, they retreated to a chic cafe inside the mall. They sat at a small table, ordering dark coffee and exquisite desserts decorated with gold leaf. They talked about the people they saw and the beautiful things they had found, surrounded by shopping bags filled with new treasures. As the sun began to set, they returned to the villa. The evening was spent in the sitting room, the most comfortable place in the house. They sat on the plush sofas, finally unboxing their purchases. They showed off their new bags and tried on their jewelry again, the room filled with the crinkle of tissue paper and happy conversation. To end the night, they stepped out onto the balcony one last time. The view had changed completely. The hills were now dark silhouettes, and the city in the distance had turned into a carpet of twinkling lights. They stood in silence for a moment, grateful for their friendship and the beautiful day they had shared. One by one, they retreated to their rooms. As the moon rose, the villa fell silent. Layla lay back in her soft bed, the warm glow of the lamp lighting her peaceful face. Rania sat at her vanity for a moment longer, setting aside her rings for the night. Ava drifted into a deep sleep, the city lights shimmering faintly outside her window. The following morning began with the same elegant rhythm, but today, the energy was different. It was time for sport. After their morning walk, they returned to the dressing room to trade their silk for golf kits. Layla looked sporty in a pink polo and white skirt. Ava chose a classic navy and white ensemble with a stylish cap. Rania opted for a sleek, athletic look. Layla, Ava, and Rania walked onto the golf course. The hills were green and beautiful. There were trees and sand areas on the course. They walked with confidence. Ava carried a fresh latte and her white handbag. Their white shoes moved softly on the grass. Layla hit the ball first. Her swing was strong and good. Then Rania took her turn. She stood carefully and hit the ball toward the hole. After playing for some time, they took a break. They sat on a blue blanket on the grass. Near them, there was a basket of golf balls, sunglasses, and one golf glove. They sat together, talked, and enjoyed the beautiful afternoon. Thank you so much for watching this beautiful story, and if you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you can watch more wonderful stories and videos from our channel.
Welcome to our website. Link in the bio.